You know that feeling when a giant company completely ignores its players for years and then everything completely falls apart for them? Yeah, well, we're watching that happen to Roblox right now. If you log in today and feel like the energy is completely dead, or if you've noticed your favorite games aren't getting the same numbers as they used to, well, you aren't just imagining things. Roblox is currently going through one of the biggest financial meltdowns in its entire history. We are not just talking about a bad update or a weird new feature, we're talking about billions of dollars literally disappearing overnight. We're also talking about the government stepping in, and we're also talking about all of the bosses being dragged into court. So yeah, it's absolute chaos, and honestly, it's exactly what Roblox deserves. For years and years, the devs and the players have been trying to tell Roblox that, they're going to keep ruining the game with the decisions that they keep on making. But the people at Roblox are not listening. The people at Roblox think that no one could touch them, but their choices are catching up to them and they are running out of options. So let's talk about the actual numbers, because the size of this disaster is just crazy. So at the end of April, Roblox dropped their latest money report and earnings report, and the way the stock market reacted was just very violent. So in a single day, their stock dropped over 18%, and that means they wiped out $6.7 billion within 24 hours. And the reason why is honestly the funniest part about this. So you know that mandatory age verification update with the AI, age verification check where you gotta scan your face? Yeah, so the management at Roblox thought this was a genius idea, but in that report, they had to legally admit that that update was a huge failure. They confessed that the rollout completely tanked their app store ratings, it stopped new players from signing up, and it caused a huge drop in the player count and in the players that are sticking around. And I mean, think about it, who wants to show their face to a little camera, just to play a little simple kids game with their friends? It's just ruining the casual feeling of playing Roblox after school. You just want to hop into Roblox, play with your friends, chat with them, and they're literally stopping people from just chatting with each other and saying hi. So because of this, Roblox had to admit that they're going to make almost $1 billion less than they thought this year. So as we can see, they're just ruining their own profits and throwing it right out the window. But yeah, it gets way more worse. So the investors who lost all that money, they're not just walking away, they're actually suing Roblox right now. So yeah, right now there's a big massive lawsuit against Roblox, and the claims are pretty wild. They're saying that the Roblox bosses, specifically the CEO, actively lied to the public to keep the stock price looking good. And a few months ago, the CEO was actually talking to the investors and bragging that this age check update was gonna be the gold standard and that was gonna be perfect. But the lawsuit claims that behind the scenes, they already knew it was gonna be a big disaster. They had the data, they knew the update was gonna destroy the game, ruining the vibe, but they still lied to their investors anyway. It was just a big corporate lie, and they told everyone that the game was healthy and doing its best as ever. They're trying to make themselves look good for another few months, hoping that people will invest more and more millions of dollars, but only to find out that this new age check update, was just a complete flop. And if you want to know how deep the greed actually goes, just look at the bosses while this was all happening. The CEO was hyping up the company on TV. We can even see by the records that the top executives were quietly selling off tens of millions of dollars off their own Roblox stock, and they were cashing out while telling us everything is fine. On top of that, there are over 160 active lawsuits from families suing Roblox, for failing to keep their kids safe from the weirdos on the app and on the game. So with their public image gone in the trash, you would think, they would take the blame. Instead, Roblox is spending a fortune on lawyers to force these victims out of the real public court system and into secret private meetings. Roblox wants to meet these families behind closed doors, with private judges where the public will never hear the real evidence, and they're terrified of us finding out how badly their moderation actually failed. And it's quite funny because, I've also tried making some Roblox games myself. I've kind of seen how it is to be a developer of the platform, and watching this happen is so frustrating. The developers are the ones that make the games and build the communities, but the developers are being held back by bosses who are treating them like they don't matter. The people at Roblox are trying to force us to make us go through these annoying updates, they're taking huge cuts of people's pay, and they're destroying the social side of the game. And now their greed has literally crashed the company's value and dragged the whole platform into a massive legal mess. So I really want to know, what do you guys think? Can Roblox survive this mess, or is this just the beginning of the end? Drop a comment down below, let me know your thoughts, because I know we're all fed up with how Roblox is going, the direction they're going in. They're really just ruining the whole game. And if you want to see more news about Roblox, I'll be covering it on my channel. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. I will be posting daily uploads every single day. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.